Hey everyone, this is Brian Lee Davidson Tarka. I'm reading through the Bible. Right now I'm at John 18, reading about Jesus before Pontius Pilate. I think that there's been times where we've all been in front of somebody who has authority. This is interesting because you have God in front of somebody who has earthly authority. So let's take a look at this. Jesus before Pilate. Verses 28 through 40 in chapter 18. Then the Jewish leaders took Jesus from Caiaphas to the place of the Roman governor. By now it was early morning, and to avoid ceremonial uncleanness, they did not enter the palace, because they wanted to be able to eat the Passover. So they were regarding certain religious aspects, It's like, okay, we have to have this guy killed, but we have to think of the Passover. So you know how it is, I guess, Verse 29. So Pilate came out to them and asked, "What charges are you bringing against this man? If he were not a criminal," they replied, "we would not have handed him over to you." Pilate says, "Take him yourselves and judge him by your own law." "But we have no right to execute anyone," they objected. This took place to fulfill what Jesus had said about the kind of death he was going to die. Pilate then went back inside the palace and summoned Jesus and asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" "Is that your own idea?" Jesus asked, "or did others talk to you about me?" "Am I a Jew?" Pilate replied, "Your own people and chief priests handed you over to me. What is it you have done?" Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest by the Jewish leaders. But now my kingdom is from another place." And as we see, Peter was thinking of Christ as a king of this world. That's why he did fight and cut off that person's ear. But Jesus established that this is not the kingdom that he meant. Christ meant a spiritual kingdom. Continuing at verse 37, "You're a king then," said Pilate. Jesus answered, "You say that I am a king. In fact, the reason I was born and came into the world is to testify the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." "What is truth?" retorted Pilate. With this, he went out again to the Jews gathered there and said, "I find no basis for a charge against him. But it is your custom for me to release one prisoner at the time of Passover. Do you want me to release the King of the Jews?" They shouted back, "No, not him! Give us Barabbas!" Now Barabbas had taken part in the uprising. So Barabbas was a rebel, most likely a rebel leader. He was one famous enough that they would say, "Hey, give us Barabbas instead of Jesus." Now, Jesus was performing miracles and doing spectacular things, but but politics got involved, and religious leaders didn't want Jesus in the way, so they hatched this whole plot. And because apparently in their personal laws, they couldn't do it themselves. They sent him over to their rulers to try to, the people who were occupying them, the Romans, to try to do that, to try to get it done for them. Um, so yeah, they shouted out, "Give us Barabbas instead of Jesus." So those were the politics of the time. Now God is still at work here. He's still using this situation to bring Christ to the cross so he can pay the price for the sins of the world. So, yes, there's all these bad actors, but God is still in control. His plan is still going. He's uh all this is according to his world, to his will. This is what. Now, I believe in predestination, but I don't get heavily into it because I don't think it's for us to understand. I think that God does have a plan, and I believe there's free will. I believe there's predestination and free will at the same time. And part of God being active in our life is that he moves with our free will, and we can't escape the direction that God would have things go. So I believe that there is freedom, and that we have decisions and we have accountability, but we still have an active God who is fully present and fully in our lives. That doesn't make us robots. The Bible would have been written a lot differently if people were robots. The Bible is written in a way that says people have choices, but right now, this is something that God is putting forward, and he's using many different people, well-meaning and meaning trouble, to work things out for his good and the good of the world. So a lot of times we can ask the question, why are these things happening? But as Christians, we can come back and say, well, there is a plan. We may not understand it fully. We may not have a full picture, and Jesus' followers did not have a full picture yet. But when he rises again, the picture will finally be clear to them. Okay, you guys take care. I'm going to keep reading the Bible and see you guys tomorrow. If you don't have a Bible and you're trying to build up a Bible reading habit, you can check out one of the Bibles that I have down here in the show notes or the first comment. If you're in America, these Amazon links lead you to Bibles that can be sent to your door, or digital Bibles. If you're anywhere else, check out BibleGateway.com. It's a great resource. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.